Well, hey there, guys. If you're seeing me, you know it's time for yet another review. And today, we're finishing off our look at the Prime Changers from Transformers 1 with Alpha Trion. I got this figure from Amazon.com. It's last time I checked, it's available there right now, so you can go and grab it. Um, Unlike Optimus Prime Orion Pax, this guy is actually priced at the normal $19.99, $20 price point. Really cool figure. I appreciate the fact that they're sticking with the lion theme that really has become the modern aesthetic design for Alpha Trion's alternate mode. I mean, we go back to G1, he really didn't have one, and whatever figures we've gotten have been were some form of spaceship. I know the most recent one was a repaint retool of Studio Series 86 Scourge. But yeah, I dig it. Not that bad. Kind of a cool looking figure. So let's get to the box and check it out.
All right, so here's Alpha Trion in the box. Now, I am taking some liberties with the posing of the limbs and stuff, as with most beast-based Transformers. There is some leeway as to posing the legs and getting things uh, so all four limbs are touching, and I've done a pretty good job of that. I mean, the instructions kind of have you fold everything up in the box, but if you spread it out a little, you can get a nice little look here. There is no movement here in the head, but that's because the head and the mane open up and become like a little back skirt for the figure. Other than that, I do enjoy the coloring. The You have the metallic uh, lighter shade of purple, the darker shade of purple going well with this maroon color with some gunmetal gray. And of course, we have like the turquoise here for the horn and the tail. Now, as I mentioned, this is really like a modern interpretation of Alpha Trion and how it's looked. I would say really since the Prime cartoon, not counting some BotCon exclusives, but that was more like an Alpha Trizer type of thing. The character was called and all of that. So I mean, it's kind of cool, and I do appreciate that in the movie we're going to have Alpha Trion represented, since the character does play an important part in the origins of Optimus Prime and the Transformers in general. So to get into the transformation, what you want to do first is just remove the tail there. This is going to become a weapon in robot mode. There will also be storage in robot mode. And then you can come to the back here and just start straightening the leg out. Basically, what you want to do is straighten it at the hip there, and then straighten out this whole section like so. Bring down this piece here to form the heel for robot mode, and then you're going to bring down this what was a hip guard is now going to become the thigh, and that'll snap into place and kind of make the leg look uh, a normal bipedal design. Let's keep going here and do it like so. Uh, and believe it or not, the figure does have ankle pivot. There's a soft detent locking it into place for I would say robot mode. Coming up to the top here, the next thing what you want to do is grab the robot by the mane and bring the whole section down and around. And you're not going to tab anything in yet because you're going to split the mane and the head open just like this, and you'll go and remove the horn. And yes, that does become a weapon as well. Put that off to the side. Want to flip the mane up on this hinge, and then that whole bar section will soft friction into place there on the back. And believe it or not, we're just about done. The next step is you want to fold the lion paws up, straighten the arms out, just like so, and untab them from the inside of the armpit. Rotate them so that the fist is facing up towards the elbow. And here we have Alpha Trion in its robot mode. Kind of cool. I'm digging it. Uh, really nice, nice looking figure. I appreciate the heel support and all that. So can hold the weapons just like so. Bring them in. I'm not exactly sure which way the sword is supposed to face. I mean, that's something that we might have to wait for the movie. But you have a bicep swivel. You have the uh, forearm rotation. The head here is on a nice little ball joint, gives it a little movement. Here's a little look at the head. You have ball joints at the hips, swivel, deep knee bend, and like I said, you do have that ankle pivot to help, with some of the poses here. Now, one thing that is kind of cool, like the other figures we've taken a look at, uh, oh, there is some weapon storage. So let's go ahead and remove these from the hand, bring them back down like so, and we're going to turn the figure around. Now, this time, what you want to do is just bring up that back section on that hinge. You'll notice here that there's a tab on the sword that will go into a slot on this side. And then there is another post that is not the same place where it pegs in for lion mode, but that the horn can peg in there and just fold it down like that. And oh, and did I mention there's waist articulation? There is. So there you have uh, Alpha Trion all, so he's not ready to kick butt. That's something I think is kind of cool. I always appreciate when the figures have uh, 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 yeah, sorry, they have weapon storage like that, at least for robot mode, because you got to keep in mind they're not always going to be kicking butt, and sometimes you want to have like some neutral, non-aggressive poses, and I think that's kind of cool. So there's that. So I think what we'll do now is we'll pause and we will come back with my final thoughts. I really dig Alpha Trion. Now that we have all four of that first wave of the prime changers, I gotta say, like in terms of favorites, I think I'm gonna lean more towards Sentinel and Bumblebee. Whereas, Orion Pax Optimus Prime is really good. I mean, again, way better than the Studio Series version. Um, they might have to put Alpha Trion at the bottom of the list, just because, and that's not to say it's a bad figure. It's just not a favorite. This is if this was on a shelf and I was looking for something to fiddle with, I don't think this would be the first figure I would pick up. The first figure I would pick up would be Sentinel Prime, and then maybe Bumblebee or Optimus Prime. But this guy is cool and it's really good. So when these start showing up in more abundance at retail, um, definitely all four are solid pickups across the board. I think you'll enjoy them quite a bit. Uh, and yeah, hopefully there'll be more figures to come from the Transformers 1 line, at least another wave of Prime Changers. The movie's coming in September, so we'll have to see how well it does. I don't really know what Hasbro has planned, but yeah. Now, once more, I'll mention I got this from Amazon.com. I think if you're looking internationally, the other Amazons might have stock by now. I'm not sure. I know Entertainment Earth has stock, but I mean, Amazon, it's like 2 day shipping. I've had some adventures these last couple days with Entertainment Earth and Amazon. So, but yeah, it's I mean, just to complete the set, it is worth a pickup, and it is going to be somewhat of an important character in the movie. So there's that. But that's about it for the review. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. As I've mentioned in several videos now, between 83 to 88% of you do not are not subscribed to my channel who are watching my videos. That actually does affect the algorithm and affects my channel being promoted. So please subscribe. There's always the chance you'll miss out on a video like this, but you'll also miss out on fun little things I do here and there. I like to think we do have a good time on this channel. Um, if you want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like this to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, if you can't afford the $1 a month, $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just a cherry on top of an already generous Sunday. So that's about it. Not much more to say. This is your old pal Chuck. One more time. This is Alpha Trion. We will see you next time.